Hello, prophetic weirdo here with another video, tarot reading video. It is August 5th. Still got an hour for August. For Friday, August 6th, 2021. Last reading was kind of, I don't know if did I upload it already? I don't know. But it was about power, control, and authority. And about revealing truths or obscure truths that have come out to the light. I believe that the Ace of Swords did come out. So that's new ideas. I'm not sure what reading that came out in. Or new perspectives and things. So maybe some truths that, like I said, I think it was the Aquarius and full moon. It was on July 23rd, I believe, 24th. I'm not even sure. I forgot when I uploaded it. But I think I said that a lot of truths, a lot of new ideas, a lot of new perspectives, going against the norms, going against the status quo and stuff like that. And being that it's an air sign, it's intellectual, it's about ideas and how we could change the status quo, and stuff like that. And I think I said, be prepared for a lot of truths, a lot of, from people, from yourself, anything. Just realizing new ideas, new perspectives about things, and being like, oh, so I didn't see this perspective of this situation. I didn't see this side of the perspective of this situation, and makes kind of like like not judging people, regardless if it feels personal to you or whatnot. Like if a person is being XYZ to you, and later on in life, or God knows how, but for some reason you came across some information about this person and been like, oh, this person's like this because of this and that. And then you start to realize like, oh, and then you kind of like turn your perspective of, oh, that's why this person was acting this way towards me, because X, Y, and Z had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with what they were going through and what they had in their mind. And that's what people have to understand about every individual in this world. You're not supposed to judge. Every person is here. Every person in this 3D world is just living and learning from the moment that we come out of our parents' our mother's womb, and we're infants, and we're learning from our parents who could have perpetual low vibrational things that they experienced, and they keep perpetuating in their life because, oh, my mom and my dad, they did it, so I do it now. Or making excuses for justifying things, you know. It's just, and a lot of people would take that information and obscure it, you know, if they found out that, oh, this person was, you know, feeling some type of way because I had money and they didn't, so they were like acting like this towards me. And instead of being understanding and not judging that person, they will go out and maybe throwing false rumors and being, or saying like, oh, this person was so jealous of me at this one point because she was acting so rude to me. And then I later on found out that she was going through something. Like, why was she taking it on me? That's such a hateful person. Like, what's the point of you throwing around rumors or saying things about other person when you know they were going through something, and you're just adding on to the fire? That's what I mean. You're adding on to the fire when you should, I don't know. That's just me. But that's what I mean about perspectives and you know what I mean, like seeing perspectives of situations and not judging. And sorry, I was coughing and my nose got runny. So yeah, I don't know, I'm really guilty of that too. Like, I could talk out of my ass too much. Like, I could, you know, if I feel some type of way and I feel like somebody crossed me, I'll probably say something about that person to another person, and it's just like a chain reaction, you know. It's just like, it has to stop somewhere. In every situation, war, in any conflict, it has to stop somewhere. Someone has to be the bigger person and be like, okay, this is not benefiting benefit benefit benefiting me in any situation, me ignoring this person. And it's pointless. It's pointless to keep throwing jabs at people, keep throwing in, what is it called, indirect comments. It's just pointless. And if that's up to you to do your life, and if that's what you want to do and that's what gives you attention, that's what makes you happy, then that's fine. Go ahead, do what you gotta do to make yourself feel better. Because really, we're everybody out here, we're all surviving the best we can, and sometimes we gotta do it the wrong way, realize it, and at one point you gotta tell yourself, like, enough is enough. Enough of the bullshit. Like, you know, am I participating in this bullshit? Am I entertaining this bullshit? You know, like, am I entertaining this nonsense? Like, is it really worth it? Is that bettering me? This is what you gotta tell yourself, right? I need to really cutting off. I'll be right back. Hopefully it doesn't cut. I'm back. Sorry. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. You know, it's a balance. You know, I talk, like I said, I talk a lot of shit, but I also like to own up to my faults and my wrongdoings and stuff like that. Because, like I said, there's gotta be a balance in everything. But yeah, let's start with the Spellcasters Tarot. And I really love this deck. And I actually got this from a giveaway, Water Star Vibes. She's awesome. She's like from my hometown, but she moved to down south, and it's awesome. Like I never won anything or something as awesome as this, that something that I really wanted. I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Like I was just like, heck yeah, let's be awesome. So I won this from her. She's awesome. Like I love her videos. They're very, it's mostly just common sense, makes you realize perspectives, people's, the raw truth, you know. Yeah, so yeah. I'm gonna start with this, see what message I get. See? I knew it did come out. The Ace of Swords. I was just talking about it. With the Magician and justice, some kind of truth or justice. So, I think I remember that from last video that I made. Y'all might be seeing this, right? This is what I actually shuffle my cards on. Because I do it on my lap here. It's my little stash tray. I have it as a decorative, but because I thought it was cool. Like it's this spaceman, galaxy, stuff like that. But to be honest, I believe Earth is flat. People think I'm crazy and stupid. That's okay. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, right? I mean, it's still a theory, I just thought I love, the stars, looking at the stars and the moon, and even the sun. Like it's just the sky itself. It's awesome. Nature, I love nature. So I have the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. So 6 of Pentacles is charity, reciprocity, giving, donations, or because if you see this guy, he's giving this king is giving these peasants, I don't want to say peasants, but these poor people, food and water. And the 4 of Pentacles And upright, it's someone who is holding on tight to finances. So there is some kind of scarcity of finances involved in this card, because it's someone holding tightly, to, what would you say, pentacles right there. He's got all, he's got a leg on this one, a leg on that one, and then that. And the thing is that, he's got grape right here, and there's a squirrel right here. And if he's holding on too tightly to these, the squirrel could easily just go and just dip, Because that's the thing with like holding on too tightly to things, like it could being that the Six of Pentacles is here, it has to do with finances. But if it were that maybe the Two of Cups was involved, or the Knight of Cups, whatever. With the Four of Pentacles, it's someone who is holding on too tightly to either a situation or a person, and either suffocating the person or is making the situation worse because they're holding on too tightly, that it's just I mean, it could be many things involved. Not wanting to, I guess, share, because the Six of Pentacles is involved. So we'll see. Let me see what the Four of Pentacles in reverse is. What are the descriptions? It says an unforeseen or particularly difficult expense, the fear of not having enough money, spending money too freely, letting go of attachments, revealing a secret, something is lost or given away, financial instability and upheaval, seeing beyond the physical world, letting go of a safe, uncomfortable situation to pursue new goals, letting go of an opportunity. One feels like the rug has been pulled out from under them. Loss of resources, loss of one's sense of security, a need to save more money and be more frugal. Yeah, so this is a situation where a certain individual is giving too much to someone or to something. I would say someone. Because, like I said, the Six of Pentacles is a gift, most often of money, compassion, of charity for the sake of impressing others, making a show of one's benevolence, begging, carefully weighing what is spent, being fed up with expense after expense, or with people asking for one's charity, giving or taking energy without fair exchange in return. Not getting fair pay for one's work, doing something seemingly nice out of pity for other. One who gives to others only what they must. Small favor. So yeah, this is someone who is giving too much. giving too much right now in the situation, because Pentacles is on the board only. I would say it would have to be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You know, maybe giving too much for the sake of being in good graces with someone. Or to seem giving too, like, it's just someone who's giving too much of what they don't have, or they're giving too much, or just doing it for, like I said, for either clout, to look like, you know, they're a generous person. So they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And I did have the Knight of Cups here. Who is this person? Did you hear me say when I said the Knight of Cups? And guess who came out again? The freaking Knight of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles, but in reverse. So it's a weird combination. It's really weird because the 10 of Pentacles, if you see the picture, like I said, I've said many times, this keeps coming up. The 10 of Pentacles having it all, right? Because we have the house, we have the farm, we have the kids, we have the dog, we have the friendly neighbor, you know, we have grandma sitting on stacks of rice and grain. I don't know what the hell it is, grain or friggin' there's pentacles or grain, or it's gold. I don't know, it looks like gold, maybe. Stack of gold here. 10 of Pentacles is the all, the end beyond, you know, like this is it. Like you have it, the 10 of Pentacles. You got the money, you got the cash. Or there's a household, a family household. But we have this Knight of Cups. And this Knight of Cups is someone who is, it's not serious. I want to say it's not serious. It's a new love offer. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not serious. It's new. It's it ain't the king. It's the Knight of Cups. You know, it's very a very free, very you know, giggly, kind of like very there's a lot, it's water, so I want to say very, it's fantasy. I want to say Pisces fantasy. It's very fantasies. I don't know why fantasies keeps coming up, but I can't think of another word besides fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's but the thing is that the 10 of Pentacles came out in reverse. So I don't know if it's someone who is either going towards a broken home or getting away from a broken home. I'm just talking out of my ass here. There's a lot of pentacles here though. Ooh. Hold on. Let me see what the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is. This has came out before. A generally content home life peppered with small anxieties and hardship that interfere with enjoyment. A small financial loss. Awareness that things could be even better. A domestic situation that is less than ideal but is still good and enjoyable. Quarrels with relatives. A breaking of family ties. A need or and desire to reconnect with family. There is a strong network of compassionate supporters around a person that they are not currently tapping into. See, that's what I mean. It's not a broken home, but it's not a broken home, but it's kind of like having it all, but like still thinking what is missing. Like the situation is less than ideal but still good. See what I mean? Like it's all right, but there's something else out there. Like, and then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a loving person who is kind, truthful, and valiant, well-mannered. A love offer or compassion is extended. A desire to meet a romantic partner. A loving situation with potential to grow and become serious. Expression of emotion. Proposal. So maybe somebody's gonna get proposed to. Help is offered. See, a loving person with potential to grow and become serious. But we already see here on the board, we already have a household. That's the thing. So either someone is staying in a situation, giving into its situation, giving too much into a situation. And giving too much. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this. So I want to say someone is giving too much into a situation because like they're donating a lot, they're expending a lot of money, either because they're not happy in their life, and on top of that they're hoping to give or extend like an olive branch of, you know, love or just friendship, because the Knight of Cups it has to do with romance, you know. Cups is love, emotions, deep emotions, actually. think of Pisces and Scorpios, very intense and watery and dreamy. Scorpios intense. Pisces is intense, but intense in a way where it's like deep emotions, like almost like emo like emotions. That's what I heard. But yeah, like this is something yeah, like this is something where like someone's giving too much to a situation, spending too much money, because like either they act like they're happy but they're really not happy. Yeah, that's what I see. And there's a lot of pentacles, and that's like I said, that's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. With, like I said, the Knight of Cups is Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And it's funny because Virgos are supposed to be with Pisces. Taurus are supposed to be with Scorpios. They're compatible with those. Capricorn, I think it's Cancer, but I'm not sure. Cancers might be too emotional for Capricorns. Too moody. Because Capricorns are moody too. Not moody, but I don't know how to explain it. Never mind. I'm just talking out of my ass. Yeah. It's weird. Can you tell me more about this situation? A lot of pentacles. I got the 7 of pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles, it's yeah. 7 of Pentacles is someone putting effort or looking at the long-term view. So investing in a situation, but seeing the benefits of the long term. Doing doing things you know, for the long term, not short term, not for the monetary, for the and I have here the Fool and the 3 of Swords reverse. Hold on. I want to see what the 3 of Swords reverse says. It's weird. Because the Three of Swords upright, it's heartbreak. It's a breakup. Um, it's a betrayal. I mean, look at there's 3 swords going into his heart. But we have it here in reverse. So I don't know if this fool, because we have the Fool here. The Fool is someone who is free-spirited, who just goes with the flow, goes with what his heart desires. You know, he's just freaking happy. And I don't know if this person is going into the unknown. So basically just stepping his foot out there and just going with it, and just not knowing what's gonna come, but knowing that it's gonna be for him for the best. It's what his heart desires. Being that the Three of Swords is here, if you were to look at it intuitively, how I would look at it intuitively, there's the sun. He's stepping into the unknown, into the darkness. There's light, and it's going down too. So at this point, being that's reversed, the heartbreak already happened. This was a breakup that needed to happen. Or there, at this point, the broken heart is starting to mend. The sadness and grief, but hope and faith that things will improve. A breakup that is for the best. A tragic or traumatic experience requires further process and healing before one can move forward. An unexpected sadness has overcome the current, turning off the emotions. A choice of celibacy over the potential heartache that intimate relationship could begin. So not giving it up to someone, either your heart or your in fears that, you know, this person is gonna just fuck me over, it's just gonna hit and quit it, or it's just gonna use me, or it's just gonna break my heart, or whatever. Yeah. Or not giving to a person. I just don't understand why there's so many pentacles though in this situation. Or maybe this is someone that needs to realize this, that they need to heal from a situation. That that's why they're spending too much money, because they're unhappy. They're not looking at the long term. Or maybe they're now starting to look at the long term. Either jumping into this realization of I need to heal, or I need to break up with this person. Like, this needed to happen. Jumping into the darkness. Sorry, I thought I heard scratching. It's about to freak out. Now we have Aquarius. Three of Swords, we have air energy. Three of Swords is... Libra, Three of Swords. So yeah, like there's there. Let me see some of the Pentacles one. Yeah. Someone, an individual, is going to realize that they need to start taking responsibility. And they're going to do this, or they're going to realize this in the most, kind of like when they say that, you know, the dark night of the soul, or when you start realizing your own wrongs and where you kind of messed up in the situation, that you know you partake in some, you partake in a entertaining nonsense situation, maybe, that you were the one that wasn't putting in the hard work and putting the efforts, you know, of your, you know, nurturing and tending, you know, planning and stuff like that. Waiting for expected bit of money. So maybe you're giving too much into a situation or someone, either a household or someone who you think seemingly has a good life but is unhappy, so you want to didn't I have the Knight of Cups here? I put him back? Because someone wants to extend some kind of loving, compassionate offer, or just help. wants to offer some kind of money. That's why they're spending, or that's why they're spending, because they're not happy, or someone's not happy. And then they're going to really realize they're gonna step into something, they're gonna realize, and a sadness is gonna come over them, and they're gonna feel shitty. I know how this feels when you have to take that's what it is, accountability. This is what this is, accountability. Accountability for your own actions and your own doing, and what you've allowed, what you partaked in, and stuff like that. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why. Accountability. I knew he was here. He's right there on the floor. Why is he on the floor? Oh my goodness. So sorry. Let's just see what else comes out. Could I get some advice, Spirit? Please give me advice for the situation. That's Don't lose confidence in yourself. You have the resources. I got the Seven of Pentacles here again. You have the resources to plan long term. You have the resources, but Five of Cups. Five of Cups upright is someone crying over spilled milk. When it's not very necessary, because you know this person, which he's crying over spilled milk, but he has two cups in each hand. Like, what more do you want? Like, how are you gonna handle all this when you already had your hands full, you know? But this is disappointment, mourning, loss, sorrow, lingering gloom and heartache, pinning over a broken or lost relationship, focusing on the negative. Past hurt causes one to turn away or ignore present possibilities. So this is someone who did that, you know. But since this is in the reverse, this is somebody coming out of it. So getting over a loss or disappointment, shifting attention to new opportunities after being sad about a breakup or rejection. A warning against obsession. Pinning over disappointments. A warning against obsession. I didn't like that. I didn't like that when I read it. I don't know why I felt like this. I don't know. Now I'm scared because the Magician is here. Magician is someone who is not manipulative, but knows how to manipulate the knows how to manipulate the elements. There we go. So he's an alchemist. He is a manipulator of, you know, so Magician represents spiritual energy being poured into physical form. It encapsulates the notion of ability, utilizing the full potential idea of using one's resources. So this is someone who is action confident, he's ambitious, putting one's resources to abilities to good use, a magical arts. A person who practices magic, an ambitious, confident individual, drawing strength from the realm of spirit to form other unseen forces. Opportunity to afoot if one takes action to seize it. See? And so the advice would be to utilize what you have. Do not focus on what you don't have. Spilled milk. And like I said in the description of the 5 of Cups in reverse, getting over loss or disappointment, shifting attention to new opportunities after being sad. See, we did have the 3 of Swords, heart, a breakup and stuff like that. The thing is that I don't like this Queen of Wands. She's in reverse. So Queen of Wands upright is someone who is confident, who is very fiery, very this is someone who's independent, who does not hold on to attachments. So she's very confident with herself, which she doesn't need to hold on to anything or anybody, because she knows that she's very self-assured and self-aware, that with herself, being sure with oneself, being confident with one's own skin, an individual who has built success on their own accord. Leadership, confidence, this is someone who is just driven. I would say it's Sagittarius are very go-getters. All fire signs are go-getters, but Sagittarius is very fast moving. It's very go, kind of like that. But she's in the reverse here, so I'm gonna read the reverse description. So the Queen of Wands in reverse says a person whom the card represents is troubled or is at odds with the current. A lover who is being unfaithful. Dishonesty, disloyalty, sickness and loss of an animal. Calm is needed. A lack of caring and compassion. Greater confidence in one's own abilities is needed. A need to be more objective. A need to let go of what which no longer serves the current. One's sense of self has been lost and must be refashioned and rebuilt. So I like that. I didn't like the first part, the whole being unfaithful and dishonesty and disloyalty, which I see why it would be there, because there is some kind of disappointment. So maybe this is someone who could be a fire sign or Sagittarius or Magician. It's air, it's Mercury, it's Aquarius, I believe. The 5 of Cups. Scorpio. I mean, Scorpio, I mean, this Five of Cups could be like this is how someone's feeling. And the person, or it will be a fire sign. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Yeah, I'm not starting to like this because of the Queen of Wands being in reverse. I don't like that. Because that would mean that someone who is being dishonest. And then being disappointed, shifting their energy, or it could be that you have to shift your energy into the Magician and not being in this Queen of Wands energy. That's what I would say. In any given why this message would come up, I would say that, you know, try not to focus on, you know, on what's that disappointment. It could be love, because we did have the Three of Swords. Maybe there was someone who was being dishonest, who was being disloyal. Milk was spilled. It's been cried over. Now it's time to shift our energy and just using what we got and taking responsibility. I say that because of the Seven Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is accountability, is taking responsibility, doing the hard work for the long term, the long view. So yeah. Let's see what comes out of this deck. So that was the advice. You know, utilizing what you got, the resources that you do have, to be better, you know, gaining objectivity in the situation, you know, not crying over spilled milk, but shifting your energy to, you know, doing better, being more confident. I just want to see what this deck. This is my Lord of the Rings deck. Never seen Lord of the Rings, so don't come at me. Damn, already at an hour. I'm sorry. I really got into this reading. So yeah, like I said, since the Queen of Wands was here in reverse, you know, it could be that, you know, this person is being very dishonest disloyal, unfaithful. Very, there's this could turn really bad if this Queen of Wands in reverse is the energy that a particular person is holding on to, or is exuding, you know, this energy of being unfaithful, dishonest, not being confident with oneself, you know, not seeing things objectively about a situation, because there's obviously some disappointments, some sorrow, but shifting the focus into something and utilizing what I have. It could be information, it could be, you know, resources, it could be a myriad of things, you know, what it is that you're trying to what you're trying to utilize of what you got or what you have. 3 cards came out: the 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Chariot. So I want to say this has to do with Ten of Cups is emotional commitment. Ten of Cups is emotional commitments fulfilled. Now one is able to go on in life to whatever lies ahead. And then we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. See if these, it doesn't have a reversal, but it says cutting down your problems one by one. Don't let issues build up and overwhelm you. Resist attack even when it comes to subtle forms. So indirect comments. Isn't that what I was talking about? Indirect comments. Did I even mention that? And the Chariot, I mean, the Chariot is a chariot, you know. It's the focus says focus all your resources on attaining what is most important, one step at a time. Pull together a disparate forces to create a semblance of order. Discipline, especially self-discipline. Okay. So I want to say that this is what's going to happen if you take this advice, my friend. If you utilize your resources, focus your energy from disappointment to focusing your things on what good could happen if you focus your attention on good things and not being so pessimistic, right? And having confidence. And being independent, being comfortable in your own skin, not having to need anyone or anything, you know. That kind of independence, that kind of confidence. that, you're emotional, and your emotional your emotional uh, aspect of your life will be fulfilled. You'll be fulfilled in, in the love compartment, if you want to say the Ten of Cups, which is love, compassion, um, commitments. See, it says their commitments fulfilled. So, and with the Seven of Wands here being, what did I say? Cutting down your problems one by one, letting issues don't let issues build up or overwhelm you. I just want to see what the Seven of Wands says here. Yeah, see, it says right here, overcoming adversity, bravery. Challenges, having the upper hand, determination, perseverance, pulls through, trying. Yeah. So, that is. And then the Chariot being, what was it? The focus of all your resources, obtaining what is most important. So discipline, especially the self-discipline. A lot of self-discipline. I think I was talking about this with someone. Because, and this could kind of play out into that in my situation with this person. So, I have this particular person who, was making it seem like he was doing so much for me, that he was giving me so much, that he was giving me here, there, and that he had people come in for me and stuff like that. And and he would always spend a lot of money and give me money, and I would never ask him for it. And that's the thing, like, he would always brag about money all the time. He would always brag about money, and it's just like, it got to a point where he sounded like a broken record. Like, he kept repeating the same thing over and over again, the same things, like the same way he said it, like the same words. Like, I would tell him, I heard you the fifth, sixth time. Like, you don't have to keep telling me. Like, I don't understand why you feel like you have to keep telling me. And it gets to a point where it makes me think that you're doing it to try to impress me, and money doesn't impress me. Money has never impressed me. What impresses me is intellectual people who are smart, people who know how to, not just that are smart, but who know how to articulate um what they want to say, like they know how to speak, not just smooth talkers, but people who know people that know what to say at the right moment, when it needs to be, when it needs, you know I love disciplined people. That's something that I lack. I lack discipline, but I love to see that in a man who is disciplined, who is smart, who is, faithful and loyal and all that stuff, Someone who is like a true, like, actual person, like the example of who you would like to be with someone. Like, that's someone who you would like to be with. Someone who is responsible, someone who is smart, who is capable, and is also loyal and faithful and, you know, just a stand-up person, you know, like a stand-up guy. And like I said, it's just discipline, you know, doing what's right. Oh, I love a man that always does what's right, even though he looks stupid, like, or he has to let go of his ego or his pride to do what's right or say what's right, you know. I love people like that, you know, do like my baby daddy says. Um, my boyfriend. Um, if I say husband, people are like, "You're not married." We've been together for 8 years almost, and you know, it's gotten to a point where I would say husband, but my husband or baby daddy, whatever, would say, you know, it's really easy to do the wrong thing, but it's hard to do the right thing, and that's why a lot of people don't want to do the right thing. They rather do what's easy. So most of the time, the easy way out is not the best for you. Either you're selling yourself short or you're selling someone else short, and in turn, when you're selling someone else short to benefit yourself, it's always going to come around. It's karma, and it might be subtle and then it might be big, but you'll never know when it's going to come to you, and it's going to come when you least expect it. So it's better to rid of all the problems that you do have that bring you bad karma. So it being like, you know, being how you carry yourself with people and how you react to situations or to people, being how you treat your family and friends, being how you treat yourself. Do you love yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? You know, you only have one life in this 3D right now, where in which you are living, and this vessel, this body, is only gonna last you so long. So if you don't take care of it, your time here is gonna be very short, and time is gonna get you, life is gonna get you where you're gonna be like, oh my god, I wasted my time in certain things. Where it's just sad that people have to go through pain, have to go through life altering situations or traumatic situations or whatnot, or whatever, you know. It takes to that tipping point to someone to change and be like, you know, to realize what's really important in life. You know, that we lived our life in anger and fear and resentment, and wasted our time in those things when we could have focused our energy in doing better and being better and just making life better. Because why are you gonna add on to the fire? Like I said, I've said this in other videos too, the world is already messed up. Why are you gonna add on to that? Why wouldn't you want to make it better and lighten the load, you know? I don't know, that's just me. I know sometimes I feed into the fire, and sometimes people have to put me on check, and that's fine. And it happens, and it happens when, you know, it's happened many times. I take accountability of my own faults. And just like the Three of Swords in reverse, there's this sadness that overcomes me, and I cry for days, maybe weeks, and I beat myself up. But I can't also stay in that sorrow, because like I said, it's a balance. If you need to cry, you need to cry, but it's a balance of things, you know. You're gonna do bad things, but what could you do to make those bad things not seem so horrible, and be consistent in making things better, not just, oh, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and just keep doing it, but keep kind of like, like the Six of Pentacles, giving or putting into a situation just for this to seem like you're doing good, like we're going to church or giving charity or giving a homeless person and posting it on Instagram and like saying, oh, look at what I do. You gotta be genuine. You gotta be. It's always gonna give. It's a give and take, and it's always gonna be a reciprocity and karma, and that's what karma is. What you give, you will receive. And if it's not genuine, it will not come to you in the way that you want. And that's why unexpected things happen. Which I don't know. It's from my own experience. I learned things the hard way, sadly, unfortunately. But that's life. Like I said, you can't be judging people. My brain, the brain is a very complex or body organ in itself, and being that so many factors, how you live, infancy, even like being in the womb, and what your mother experiences when she's pregnant of you. Like that's why when the world well, both world worlds that were no wait one of the world worlds that were in, or the Civil War, actually the Civil War that was in the United States, that took place in the United States. And all the women that were pregnant around that time had children who were schizophrenic or had mental illnesses because the mother was in dramatic state of experiencing and going through war, being pregnant and everything. I mean, that takes a lot. That affects the mother and the baby in so many ways that people think that it's just peanuts, that doesn't matter, and that's why things are the way they are. They're not putting much importance in things like mental illness and the care for pregnancy, that women and people should be educated on pregnancy because women need to know these kind of things, how to how to take care of themselves and stuff like that. And unfortunately there's a system and there's money involved and there's agendas and stuff like that, and I'm going on a tangent here. I'm sorry. It's already an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna hit the hay. But yeah, I hope this message helped anyone or someone out there that could have resonated with anything that I was saying. I mean, it kind of played out in my life. I don't know, maybe something's gonna happen that I don't know. That's why I do the cards. I journal a lot too. People should journal a lot. I had a weird dream yet last night, which is crazy. I had a dream that it was the weirdest thing. It was like a field of grass, like just nature. Like I just remember grass. I was outside, and then I don't know if I had something to drink, or if I was eating something, or if I was sucking on something, or I had something in my hand that microphone. I don't know what it was. It was something in my hand, and I was putting around my face, or like, I don't know, in my mouth. I don't even know. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of vague, the dream at this point now. Like, it's just me remembering that I walk into like a field of grass, and I kind of like just not fall back, but I lay down on the grass, and I'm looking up at the sky, and I'm just like so peaceful. Like, so, I don't know, it's just so weird. So I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm just in my moment. Like, I'm just enjoying life, enjoying nature. I'm just happy. Like, it's just like almost blissful feeling. And I'm just laying there in the grass. The grass almost feels like soft, like fur. It's weird. And then it's the weirdest thing. This tall, dark person, which almost looked like my ex. But I don't know. It's just, I wasn't sure. But he was dark, tall. I mean, it could have been because I was laying on the floor. But a person just kind of like comes like over me, above me, almost like right on top, not on top of me, but it's hovering over me, like just standing, hovering over me. And then he says something like, when I'm ready, or when you're ready, I'ma come for you. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I wake up. It's just the weirdest thing ever. And the cards, it could play out in a way of a breakup was necessary, because it was putting me in a situation where I just wasn't myself. I was too stupid. And I think I said this in one of the videos. This person just had me head over heels over them, to a point where I wasn't thinking straight. You know, like, I was too giggly, too bubbly, too infatuated with this person that I wouldn't take. I wouldn't be, I wasn't productive at all. Like, I wasn't productive at all. Like, I just waiting for this person to like text me or call me, and I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't do anything because I was just waiting on this person's call. So I had to kind of like shift my focus to like what it is, the right thing that I had to do, which I had to be responsible, take accountability for the things that I had to do, and my priorities. There you go, priorities. And stuff like that. Not accountability, but more about priorities and stuff like that, responsibility. And yeah, it's just sometimes you have to distance yourself from that, if you know that that's how you act around this person, or if you feel you act different around a group of people. It could be workmates, classmates. I mean, I hope nobody under 18 and under 18 plus, okay? I hope no kitties, or listening to me. Not meant for kids. 18 and plus. So like I said, it's an example. I'm saying that, you know, if you have certain influences that make you act a certain way that you don't like, that or bring you problems or whatnot, it's better to cut them off and basically love what is good for you. And that has to do with self-love. You gotta love yourself to actually participate in self-love, because if you don't love yourself, obviously you're not gonna do those things that you need to do to, you know, a self-love. That's take care of your body, that's your skin, that's your hair, that's your body, your insides, everything. What you consume, what you put on your body or in your body, on in your hair, everything, your looks. I'm not saying vanity and being so, you know, sometimes you do have to be cocky with yourself. You do have to, you know, present yourself a certain way, because that's your integrity, your integrity, that is your representation. You're representing yourself, you know, and you have to live by example. And that has to do with, you know, give an example to people, or give an example to your offsprings, you know, your children. You can't say you're a good person and you do all this good stuff, but you come home and you yell at your kids and they're afraid of you, they don't even like you, don't want to be with you. That's not a good person. If you're two-faced, you're good to, you put on this face, or this, you know, facade of yourself to appeal to society or to other people. But when you go home, you're yelling at your kids, you don't even talk with your kids, you don't communicate healthy, you don't have a healthy relationship with, you know, your immediate family. What's the point of putting this facade when your offsprings, you're not putting the example on your offsprings, and you're creating these individuals that don't know how to speak to each other, being your kids. You don't know how to speak to them, so they're not going to know how to speak to other people. Where are they going to learn that communication? From their family, their household, right? Why am I going on a tangent? I don't know why, but I'm going on a tangent. I'm just ranting and saying a whole bunch of shit. I'm already at an hour and 30 minutes. I'm so sorry. It's just, I feel these are the kind of conversations I want to have with people, but sometimes I don't know how to articulate myself, or when people are talking and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk about what they're saying right here, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say that, and then when it's time for me to talk, I lose my train of thought and I'm like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. You know, and sometimes I sound like a broken record, and I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But whatever. I did think about, that's why I thought about doing these tarot readings, because, you know, these tarot cards are basically life experiences, you know, prophecies, or whatever you want to call it. Because if you think about the tarot deck, it tells a story. It starts from the Fool, you know, jumping into the unknown and using what you have, you know, just going through the suits, and it tells a story. I think it's called The Fool's Journey. I still have to, I don't know if it's Shakespeare, The Fool's Journey, I don't know, but it's a long I see the tarot deck and the fool's journey thing is like every movie, how it starts, you know. It starts with the pessimistic person going through life, and they start to realize where they went bad, and they start to change their life, and it all goes, you know, step by step, you know, jumping. And I don't know, I just see every movie playing out like that, because that's every movie is a story of somebody else, if you really think about it, or a made up story, or a story that somebody went through and they, you know, kind of tweak it into something, you know. It's just, I don't know. You learn a lot from other people's perspectives, and that's how you gain objectivity, you know, like just looking things from a broader view, you know, not taking things personal, not judging people, but seeing that, you know, everybody's here surviving, living and learning, and there's no room to judge, because everybody is living their best, the best they can, and with how they lived and experienced and life in their journey with their parents, with the people that they grew up with or whatnot, whatever, you know, their own experiences in life, and what marked them, what traumatized them, what impacted them, what's ticking in their brain. You never know what someone's thinking, and how are they reacting to things, you know. I don't know, that's just me. Alright then, I talked a lot. I'm sorry. It's not really like a earth or air or water sign. It's just a message that, general message, I guess. General message, there you go. A general message that someone out there could relate to and could gain some perspective from what I say or whatnot or whatever. Alright, prophetic weirdo. What does it go? Something out. What is it called? Damn it. Rotting out? I don't know. Alright, peace out. Prophetic out.